you can do concat and then parenthesis, comma, and I'm going to show you something where we're going to fix it in a second here. And we're going to call this full name and then the salary. So now it's not going to look right, but I just want to show you guys. Run. See how it has the name squished together? So in order to fix that, you just put this, another quote, space quote, then a comma. So now it's saying concat first name, put a space between it, and then put the last name. And we're giving it an alias full name. You see full name pops up here, comma salary. So now let's run it and see how that shows up. John Doe, Amelia Jones, and Ella Williams and their salary. So now you guys have been walked through where you can do a select. You can actually choose the columns you want to see in the select. You can actually make an update, and we can also delete. So that's going to be the last part we do right now. So we're going to delete. So who do we want to delete? We want to delete John Doe. So how we do that, and I'm going to leave this up here. I'm going to hit Control N to bring up a new query window. I want you guys to get used to that. If you were in SSMS and you prefer just to click with your mouse, you can just go new query and it'll pop up here for you. So let's come back here, and now let's go ahead and first we're going to find specifically who we're looking for to make sure, because you want to be careful with delete statements, because you can delete everything out of the table and then your boss is looking at you like, what did you do? You know, if someone's trying to access that database, pull a report, and you just did a delete, you know, you might get your walking papers if you're doing that inside of production. Okay, so when you're in a workplace, you're not going to have only 2 tables. You're going to have a lot of tables, like I said before. So maybe you know the name of the table and you don't want to spend time scrolling, looking for the actual table. You know the name of the table. So what you can do is make sure you are in the right database, and then you know the schema. I'm not going to spend too much time on that, what the schema is, but I will explain that to you guys later. So you can see the schema is right here, DBO, which stands for database owner. So now we're going to type in employee, and we get all of the rows. All right, 50 rows. You can go like this, where salary, if I can type, greater than 50,000. Let's see what we got. Looks like I put 5,000, and we got 24 rows. All right. So now you guys know how to select, and let's get back to what I was going to show you. First name equals John. We're going to delete this row. What you can do is go delete. Now that we are sure we found what we're going to delete, we can just type in delete here and click run. Now it's gone. Now let's hit select everything where first name is John and he is gone. So you guys have been walked through how to select, to see data, how to update data, and how to delete data. Now, what we just did here, we deleted it, but let's say we wanted to bring it back. The administrator, I'm not going to show you guys that because you don't have to worry about that, but the database administrator can do that for you. Hey, I just deleted something by accident. They can go inside the transaction log and then bring it back. Now, something you can do where you can delete all of the data in one shot and the transaction log is not going to save you is when you use truncate. And we will cover more of that in another video. Okay, I have one more thing I want to show you guys. So let's select here again. We have first name, last name, job title. So what do you think is possibly missing in here? I would say middle name. So we want to have a middle name in here or a middle initial, just in case we have 2 folks with the same first and last name, right? We want to be able to identify this person. Now, if they came up to you and they gave you their employee ID, yeah, that'll be fine. But let's say we don't have the employee ID and we want to look for them. We would want to know their first name, middle name, and last name. So we don't have middle name in here, so we need to add middle name. So let me show you guys how to do that. You would right click here, go to design. The designer is going to load. Not even worry about that. So we want to add a new column. The new column, we are going to call it middle name. So we'll call it middle name. So now we're going to spend a quick moment with me explaining to you that you do not want to put integer here because we're putting something with letters. Integer is for numbers. Big int is for numbers. Floats are for numbers. Money is for numbers. Numeric is for numbers. What we're looking for is something where we can enter in letters. So we can do that with var char or nvar char. And don't worry about this max yet here. Let's say the name should not be long. I mean, who's going to have a name longer than 50? Now, the database automatically chose this based on how wide, when I ran that script, the script you guys ran as well, it looked at the names and it looked at the size of the names and it said, okay, the widest name for the first name has 9 characters. So let's just go ahead and make this 9 characters. And since they used a data type varchar, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. And we will say the middle name typically won't be longer than 20 characters. And if it is, we're just going to enter the first 20 characters if there's such a middle name that long. All right. Or we can just, let's be a little bit more realistic. Let's put 10. All right. And now let's go like this. Yes, here we go. Now update database. All right. So now let's come back here, go to columns, and the middle name is here. Let's give a few of these folks a middle name. Let's do that. Let's put a middle initial for some of these folks. So that's another way to use update. So we're going to look for where first name equals Jane. Let's see if there's a lot of, okay, only one person. So now that we have that, what we can do is go like this. We'll take this piece here. We will go to a new window. Actually, we're going to stay in that same window so I can show you guys something else. So go here, and what we can do is we're taking a piece of what we had. We put update, right? So we're updating this table that's in this database. And what are we updating? We're going to update the middle name. And as you can tell, we don't have middle name showing up here yet. Let's go like this. Middle name. And run it. Okay, see middle name, nothing for the middle name. So now what we're going to do is give it a middle name. Give Jane a middle name. Let's call Jane. Let's just give her a middle initial T. And if we go like this, now, see, I highlighted this section so only this runs. So now I'm going to highlight this section and only this runs. So now you see she has a middle name. So now you guys have been shown how to select, how to update, how to add a column, and how to insert data into that new field or that new column. And I think that's good. So here's one more. Let's do one more. One more where clause. So Jane, let's say first name Jane or first name like R starts with R, and then we put that % sign there. So now we have two criteria. It's going to bring me back all of the rows that have a first name with Jane and all of the rows that have a first name that starts with R. And not one person starts with R, so we know we have L. Let's go L. What's wrong with R? My name starts with R. All right, here we go. So as you can see, now we have Jane has been returned, and everyone who has L in the beginning of their name has returned. So if we did this, right, and what do you guys think is going to happen? Is there such a thing where first name Jane and starts with L? No. So nothing's going to be returned. But if I want like this or J, only one person has a first name that starts with J. So let's go like this. We know we have some Logans, and let's put a L here. So it's going to look for all the Logans and then all of the names that start with L, right? So see, it has to be Logan and L. But if I want like this, or it's going to meet this, it's going to bring me all of this, and it's going to bring me all of this because we said or. So bring me this or this if they exist. See, we got this. So we can also go like this, or first name Liam. Like Liam, we still left the like, but we gave it more to work with. So now we should only get Logan and Liam. See, Logan and Liam. All right, so you see that. So I want to show you guys. Should I show you guys? Yeah, why not? So let's say I want to have an and in here. So in sales, so say department equals sales. All right, so this and is going to be applied. You know what? Let me just show you, then I'll explain it to you. So now it said first name equals Logan, or first name starts with Liam, but they need to be in the sales department. Is Liam in the sales department? Let's comment this out, click run, and Liam is not. He's in the finance department. So it chose this or this and this. So this and this needs to be met in order for data to be returned, or this and this in order for data to be returned. That's it. Once again, my name is Rogan Richeart, and you've been watching the SQL Station.